Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, and in this lesson, we're going to be working on tag questions number 2. So if you watched tag questions number 1, you already know that the purpose of a tag question is to ask for confirmation that the statement is true or correct, and to encourage the listener to give an answer. Right? So you already know that. So let's pull up tag questions number 2. Okay, so you also know that all of my students have difficulty using tag questions. I don't know why. It's really so easy. A tag question is when an interrogative element is added to a declarative clause, right? You know that. Tag questions are used very commonly in English, so it's a good idea to learn how to use them correctly. Here are some more examples of how to use tag questions. Okay, so when speaking in the simple present tense, we use do or does or don't, doesn't in the negative. So the simple present tense, I do. Affirmative tag is do I. Negative tag, don't I. You do. Affirmative tag, do you. Negative tag, don't you. He does. Affirmative, does he. Negative, doesn't he. She does. Affirmative tag, does she. Negative tag, doesn't she. It does. Does it. Affirmative, doesn't it. Negative. We do. Do we. Affirmative. Don't we. Negative. They do. Do they. Affirmative. Don't they. Negative. So you absolutely, like I said in the last video, you have to absolutely know these by heart. Then you will be able to correctly use your tag questions. Okay, so by heart this stuff here. So let's see some sample sentences. She knows the answer, doesn't she? She doesn't know the answer, does she? So just like in the first video, whatever's affirmative here, you put negative in the tag question. Whatever's negative at the beginning, you put affirmative at the end of the tag question. Same thing, all the time, same thing. I work hard, don't I? I don't work hard, do I? You order a lot of things online, don't you? You don't order a lot of things online, do you? It works well, doesn't it? It doesn't work well, does it? They sell prepared meals, don't they? They don't sell prepared meals, do they? We expect her to be here, don't we? We don't expect her to be here, do we? He writes novels, doesn't he? He doesn't write novels, does he? It needs to be repaired, doesn't it? It doesn't need to be repaired, does it? She takes the bus every day, doesn't she? She doesn't take the bus every day, does she? She absolutely does take the bus every day. Okay, now when we use can or can't in the tag question, I can, the affirmative tag is can I. Negative, can't I. You can, affirmative, can you. Negative, can't you. He can he. Can't he, negative. She can, affirmative, can she, negative. Can't she. It can, affirmative. Can it, negative. Can't it. We can, affirmative. Can we, negative. Can't we. They can, affirmative. Can they, negative. Can't they. Let's look at some sample sentences. We can agree on this, can't we? We can't agree on this, can we? She can do it, can't she? She can't do it, can she? It can get better, can't it? It can't get better, can it? They can fix it, can't they? They can't fix it, can they? You can start over, can't you? You can't start over, can you? I can leave at 4 o'clock, can't I? I can't leave at 4 o'clock, can I? He can buy another one, can't he? He can't buy another one, can he? She can make a rainbow cake, can't she? She can't make a rainbow cake, can she? Look at that delicious rainbow cake. I would really appreciate having a piece of this delicious rainbow cake right now. So it's the same thing, right? So whatever is affirmative at the beginning, you put negative at the end of the tag question. Whatever's negative in the beginning, you put affirmative at the end of the tag question. Same thing all the time. That's why English is so easy. Just learn it once and you will just apply it all the time. Okay, so we use pronouns for people in the tag question. For example, Diane has a nice house, doesn't she? Diane doesn't have a nice house, does she? Jordan and Julian are twins, aren't they? Jordan and Julian aren't twins, are they? Michael and I are invited, aren't we? Michael and I aren't invited, are we? John is a good chess player, isn't he? John isn't a good chess player, is he? Yes, he is. He's a really good chess player. Okay, so when we use let's, the tag question is, shall we? Don't forget, we have to learn all these little things here by heart. So let's, tag question is always, shall we? Let's wait to see what happens, shall we? Let's go to Paris for the weekend, shall we? Let's meet for dinner, shall we? Let's order the best dish on the menu, shall we? Let's have a party to celebrate this, shall we? Let's keep in touch, shall we? Let's discuss it over lunch next week, shall we? Let's expect the worst, but hope for the best, shall we? Let's introduce our guest speaker, shall we? Let's learn how to use tag questions, shall we? That's a great idea. Let's sign the contract in my office, shall we? Let's tell everyone our wonderful news, shall we? Let's see what tomorrow brings, shall we? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Let's dance, shall we? Look at this lovely couple dancing. Oh, so nice. Okay, so you saw that I gave you so many sample sentences to help you to be able to use correctly the tag questions. Okay, so lots of samples there. So just study those, repeat them if needed, once, twice, 3 times, whatever it takes you to correctly use the tag questions, because they are very important. So I'm going to be putting up 3 or 4 more lessons for tag questions. So stay tuned for those. If this video helped you, you know what you can do. Put a like on the video. You can also subscribe to my channel where there are many other videos for you that will help you to improve your English quickly. We have some reading comprehension exercises. We have build your vocabulary in the advanced section. We also have pronunciation of regular words, letter combinations, difficult words, so many things there to help you. If you need some extra help quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. This is the 3rd edition, but the 4th edition has recently come out on the market. So you can get a copy of the 4th edition. This book is published and distributed everywhere in the world by McGraw-Hill. You can find a copy online anywhere, on any online bookstore, and of course on Amazon. Okay, so this workbook will really help you to improve your English quickly. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. If you need help with your verb tenses, everybody tells me that they can't understand English verb tenses, but it's so easy. So you can get yourselves a copy of this, and this will help you master the English verb tenses. Okay, also available online and on Amazon, of course. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I have to say for now. I will see you guys in the next lesson, which will be tag questions number 3. So have a good evening, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Goodbye for now.